Kia ora in the news. Politicians could soon be debating euthanasia again if Labour MP Marianne Street's end-of-life choice bill is drawn for debate in Parliament next month. The Salvation Army's Major Garth Stevenson told New Zealand's Rima that New Zealanders need to reflect carefully about the consequences of this bill and the value of life.
Voluntary euthanasia is not death with dignity. It's been extremely difficult to draft law to adequately control the circumstances under which the killing of other human beings is legalised. Many commentators report that voluntary euthanasia has given way to involuntary euthanasia, and eliminating the sufferer is an inhumane way to go about things.
Police were out in force at intersections throughout the country this morning to ensure the new giveaway rules were being used correctly. Drivers may have passed the first big test of the day-old rules, with some close calls but no major problems reported. However, police are urging drivers to remain vigilant and not to revert back to their old habits. Former Police Minister Annette King has admitted the 2007 Labour government was told of the Urewera raids several days before they occurred, not on the eve as claimed. Political editor Barry Soper says the meeting to inform the government of police plans occurred on the Thursday prior to the Monday raids. A quick look at our trade figures, where we are having a reduced surplus of $161 million for February. Irregular shipment led to an almost 7% fall in exports last month. Anecdotal evidence suggests the ports of Auckland industrial disputes may have had an impact. Imports were also down 6.6% or $244 million. Around 100 people in Waihi are protesting Newmont Gold's plans to expand its mining operations in the area. Green MP Catherine Delahunty says the Coromandel doesn't need more mining and the region does well enough through tourism alone. You can catch her interview on New Zealand's Rima tomorrow morning. To international news, a nuclear security summit is underway in South Korea, where Iran and North Korea are conspicuous by their absence. International relations expert Professor Robert Patman told New Zealand's Rima that Pyongyang had promised to halt missile tests in exchange for food aid.
They have clearly breached this agreement within a month. Both countries have to some extent eroded international trust, I think.
Prime Minister John Key is with 53 other leaders at the summit, and Professor Patman said that despite being geographically distant, New Zealand's presence represents anti-nuclear integrity.
It is genuinely non-nuclear, it has no axe to grind, and actually, in a sense, may be a more persuasive voice than countries such as the United States, who are urging others to restrain their nuclear ambitions, but has nuclear capabilities themselves.
There's a somber mood in Tonga as people prepare to farewell their late king. A plane carrying the casket of King George V touched down this afternoon. The king's body was then escorted to the royal palace, where an all-night prayer meeting has begun. People living in the coast of central Chile are evacuating their homes, fearing a tsunami will follow this morning's magnitude 7.2 earthquake. There are no immediate reports of deaths or injuries, but the government had ordered people living near the shore to head for higher ground. Well, those are the headlines from the RBG newsroom. Hey, Konera.